How to move on from a relationship. My name is Coach Adrian, and you are tuned in to Happily Committed. This is what we do. We provide relationship help, guidance to help you create the relationship you want or to move on if you're coming out of a toxic or bad relationship or breakup. In this video, I want to share with you some tips that will help you to actually move on. And if you're watching this video, I have a lot of empathy because I know that it's not easy. Moving on is never an easy process, even if you chose to end the relationship, because it's the end of a chapter and it's always bittersweet. So if you're interested in moving on, the first tip that I have for you is to make sure that you're in the right mindset. This is not a light switch. It is a process. You don't just move on overnight. Whether you're dating, again, quickly or not, whether you feel like you still have feelings for your partner or not, whether you're depressed or not, it always takes time. And those that don't see moving on as a process usually end up carrying emotional baggage into their next relationship or marriage. You sweep things under the rug, you suppress the negative emotions, and you set yourself up for failure. So remember that moving on is a process. Be kind to yourself and take it one day at a time. Bring yourself to account each day and make sure that you're setting goals, small goals, to keep you accountable along the way. It may be good for you to journal along the way so that you continue to be accountable throughout the process and don't let the emotions take over, whether you're high or low. It is also a lot easier to move on when you have no regrets. Closure is most easily achieved when you feel like you did what you had to do. So if you are in a marriage right now or in a relationship, make sure that you've given it everything that you've got. Trying to move on too quickly because the grass seems greener or because you just got bored of your partner is a big mistake. It might seem exciting and like the right thing to do in the moment, but you're probably going to regret this decision 6 months to a year down the road at most if you haven't done everything that you could to salvage your relationship. A relationship is sacred. It should be seen as a fortress for well-being. And if you have not invested properly, if you have regrets, it's going to be way harder to move on. You may feel like you've moved on, but you're going to be in for a rude awakening down the road. Third, it is absolutely essential that you focus on you and the things that you can control. It's very hard to move on when you're spying on your ex on Facebook or you're creating fake accounts on Instagram to see if they're going out and if they've met someone else. You need to be your own best friend and ally because it's hard. So you need to create a safe and sane atmosphere, and you need to focus on the right things. You are the key, and only you. You give yourself closure. Your partner, your ex, is not going to give you that closure. And that is a misconception that is often seen. Many times people reach out to me saying, he did not give me closure. She refused to answer my calls. And so I can't move on because I don't know what she's thinking or why she chose this to end the relationship. Sure, it helps to understand your partner's point of view, but ultimately, remember this. Only you have the potential to give yourself closure, not someone else. It also helps to lean on people who give you love and support. Your friends, your family members, or even old friends that you've fallen out of touch with. Moving on is creating a new identity independent of your partner. That is what moving on is. And creating a new identity is hard. And that's why so many people cling on to the past and to the failed relationship. So how can you create a new identity? That's the question that you should be asking yourself. Reconnecting with old friends, leaning on family members and friends that will boost you, that will cheer you up, will surely help. And of course, you can't call family members to complain about how painful it is and how difficult it is, because if you're doing that, then you're not creating that new identity. You're only sulking and basking in the pain and the desperation that comes post breakup. So Be social. Make sure that you are actually being proactive and productive in rebuilding this new identity. And it can be exciting because there's a world of opportunities and possibilities out there, as long as you're in the right mindset. Focus on the here and now. Don't look back. Finally, it is absolutely essential to live with purpose. If you have a reason, something that gets you excited to get out of bed, it's a lot easier to move on. Because in essence, you are feeding this new identity and you will be an agent of change, changing the world. You will be a force for good. You will have a purpose, a life mission. And you're not going to lean on your partner or basically give someone else the power to make you happy. Your action, your determination, and your mindset will be the key. So moving on is not an easy thing, but it is a process. And you can control that process. And you need to be kind with yourself. And you need to be patient. And if you're able to follow the advice given to you in this video, I guarantee you that you will move on and you will be better off for it. You will be a better version of yourself. And it's painful, but it's not pain that is in vain. This is Coach Adrian, and you are tuned in to Happily Committed. I dedicate my life and my time to help you create the relationship that you want. We have tons of resources, tons of videos, blog articles, a quiz to help you figure out where you are and what you need to do next. And this is what we do. So like this video if you've enjoyed it. Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts and your comments below. If you haven't taken our quiz yet, I really strongly urge you to do so, and be kind with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Good things are to come. See you soon, and take good care.